Hello, it's Ron and Kimberly, and we are continuing our study today of how to think like Leonardo Da Vinci. And today we're talking about Dimostriazone, or Dimostriazone in Italian, a commitment to test knowledge through experience, persisting, and a willingness to learn from mistakes. One of the things that I think about, teachers, and basically what he says here is more than anything else, it is the ability to help the student learn for himself. The finest teachers know that experience is the source of wisdom.
That's so powerful. It really is. I know Leonardo Da Vinci, throughout the book, he tests. I can imagine if he was your student, he would probably put you to the test, because he challenged everything, ideas, beliefs, not only others but his own, and really thought about where did this come from. And he really, he talked about getting out in nature and trying and exploring things and, attempting new things all the time. And whether that meant that, sometimes you're highly successful at it and sometimes not so much, Even he had some unsuccessful experiments with his own painting when he tried to fix and do experimenting with the types of paint for the Battle of Angari and the Last Supper. So those turned out to be not so good. But there's a really super funny story about Leonardo da Vinci that I think most of us can relate to, as far as a tragic, epic failure at one point.
At first I thought, wow, it's pretty cool, but then let's see what happens.
He decided, or he was actually asked to preside as a head chef for a major banquet. And this was for, it was sponsored by the Signora of Florence. And so he was created this grand plan for sculpting each course to be served to more than 200 guests. So this wasn't just a little party. There was over 200 people invited to this dinner. The dishes he designed were designed as miniature works of art. Leonardo built a new, more powerful stove and a complex system of mechanical conveyor belts to move plates around the kitchen. He also designed and installed a massive sprinkler system in case of fire. And on the day of the banquet, everything that could go wrong did. Ludovicio's regular kitchen staff weren't capable of the fine carving that Leonardo required, so the maestro invited more than 100 of his artist friends to help out. In the vastly overcrowded kitchen, the conveyor system failed. Then a fire broke out. The sprinkler system worked all too well, causing a flood that washed away all the food and a good part of the kitchen. Now you can imagine this was not our day and time. They couldn't just order out and have somebody bring in some catered food or even Subway sandwiches. They didn't have that capability. So you can imagine probably his frustration at this happening. But, we look at it kind of and laugh now. But, what kind of situations where you've had that happen in your life? Don't let it stop you. Keep moving on. I mean, he learned from that experience. He learned what not to do the next time. That's
one of the things is, for most people, if you have a setback, a lot of times it just takes you out of the game, and the important thing is that you press on and keep persisting, for your ultimate goal.
Right. And, like he said, challenge. Think about what beliefs you have. There's the old story. It's not part of the book, but the old story of the ham, and this family always cut the butt of the ham off but when they cooked it, and one day one of the daughters decided to find out why do we do that. So she called her mom and said, why do we cut that portion of the ham off? And the mom said, well, I don't know. I did it because that's what Grandma did. So she calls her grandma and says, Grandma, why do we always cut that portion of the ham off? And Grandma said, well, I don't know why you do it, but it wouldn't fit in my pan. So, where do our ideas come from? Thoughts on religion, on science, on human nature. Check your beliefs. Check your sources. Question, why do I believe this way? Some thoughts that they share in the book on human nature. Here's a few here.
First one is, I believe that people are basically good. I believe that behavior is predominantly determined by genetics. It's human nature to resist change.
Now, are those some of the things that you relate with? Do you feel that way? Or maybe you feel differently. Maybe you don't feel that people are basically good. Either way, why? Really think about why you believe what you believe. And then think about, what are the sources of information? You know, where do we typically get our information from?
Google.
That's our kids' answer. We ask them, where do we get our information from? Google.
Just ask for Google. Google knows all.
So, you know, besides the almighty powerful Google, we do take information from the internet, from other sources besides Google, television, radio, newspapers, magazines, people. People are a big source of information, so make sure you're surrounding yourself with the right kind of people. And obviously your own experience. So make sure you're getting out there and experiencing life for yourself. Now, you know, when we talk about surrounding yourself with the right kind of people, if you want to open your mind up and really start thinking more of these kind of thoughts, like what Leonardo thinks, there is it's a powerful daily mindset call, right?
Absolutely. It's our mindset victory call to
That's
help
right.
your mindset, you know, to start out your day. It's a great call to start out your day.
And we invite you to participate in that call. There's no pitching of any products or services or businesses or that kind of thing. It's just a great way to start surrounding yourself with people that have a like-minded thought process of moving forward towards success and finding that inner greatness in yourself. We'll post the information about that call below this video so that you can come in. It's every Monday through Friday. Just dial, listen in, participate in the mastermind portion when you're ready. And if you're not able to do it during the live call, there is a recording that you can participate in listening to as well. But it's an excellent way to start your day. So with that, remember to go out and experience life, no matter what the results may be. And when you wake up
unstoppable.